Hey guys, DPG here. And, I'm not having the greatest day of my life, just feeling emotionally drained, not sleeping that well. And yet, here I am. And I know people are going to go, well, actually, I don't know, but I'm assuming people will go, oh, that's not his best. And it's true. But I'm telling you right now, it's better to show up in some form or another and give whatever you've got than not show up at all. And that's a little bit along the lines of what I'm going to talk about today. If you feel like liking, subscribing, and sharing, clicking the bell for notifications, feel free, but don't feel any pressure unless you get value from this video. So I want to use one of those overly hypey titles today, and that is, how can you make money in your sleep as an actor? Now, that sounds kind of hard because most people wouldn't get paid to sleep or fake sleep in their acting. Although I did see Al Pacino fake being dead on stage for about 15 minutes, and he lay there with his eyes wide open and never flinched. So there's some acting for you. But what I'm talking about is actually being able to do something and have it work in the background for you while you're doing nothing. Okay, so you're literally making money in your sleep. And by making money, I mean you're building up trust and brand equity, or whatever you want to call it, by doing something really simple. And that really simple thing is called communication. Okay, if you communicate to people, you send them an email, you reach out to them on social media, whether it's LinkedIn or Instagram or Facebook or whatever, people that not necessarily are in a position to hire you directly, but maybe people who know people who can hire you. And it doesn't even have to be to hire you as an actor. They could hire you as a production assistant, hire you as a, COVID test taker, or, if COVID is gone by the time you see this, any other thing you can dream of, makeup, hair, stunts, background work, whatever. But if you reach out to people and communicate with them, then as soon as you've sent that communication out there, it's sort of like, there's a movie, I think, by the same title, The Butterfly Effect. And that is, when a butterfly flaps its wings, it reverberates all around the world, in fact, all through the universe. And it's true, because every time you create any motion, it moves and creates a series of chain reactions that eventually are going to come back to you. So what I'm talking about is just communicating with people without some kind of goal that you're trying to get something from them in mind. Communicate sincerely. That's all you have to do. You have to just build a relationship with people that you might want to work with eventually. And if you're sincere about it, they will feel sincere about it. Just like if you are sincere in your acting, if you are truthful in your acting, people can tell. And they can also tell when you're faking it. So don't try to have some idea of what you're going to get out of something. Do it because it's the right thing to do. So if you want to get involved with people, you have to introduce yourself to them in some way. So I suggest you introduce yourself. Try to find something that maybe you have in common. Maybe there's something that they've done that you like, but don't just say, hey, I'm a fan, because nobody wants to talk to their fans, right? They usually avoid fans like the plague because they're sort of in some kind of weird, irrational frenzy. They just love them, but they don't know them. Those people that chase rock stars around. The rock stars don't want to be friends with those people. Okay, the rock stars would rather be friends with someone who has something interesting to say to them, either about their work or something they have an interest in. So start to think about who you might want to connect with, and maybe choose 4 or 5 people a week, spend 5 minutes researching them, and then try to find a way to contact them. And it doesn't matter how you start, but think of the medium you are working within before you send the message, because LinkedIn is more business oriented. Facebook is kind of for friends. Instagram is kind of, showy. It's about pictures. Email can be straight business, or it can be personal. So think about the medium you are using, but start to reach out to people, because what happens is the butterfly effect. You won't have any control over when this fluttering of wings comes back to you. But if you have a little faith in the truth of physics, that when you move something, every action has an equal and opposite reaction. I don't know if that's true scientifically, but it's something like that is true. And just have faith that by putting it out there, something eventually will come back. And the less you are concerned with what comes back and when it comes back, the more likely it will be that it comes back. Because when you start to have intent and results in the back of your mind for yourself, that will come through as it being self-serving from the other person's point of view. They're like, this person wants something from you, or wants something from them. But if they just think this is interesting conversation, they will get more engaged. And that's all you need is engagement. If you get engaged with people, then they will want to work with you. They will want to hire you. They will want to recommend you to their friends and colleagues. Okay, so that is how you make money in your sleep as an actor. You start communicating with people in the business, form genuine, sincere relationships with them based on how you can help them for the most part. And that can just be having a nice conversation about something the two of you are interested in. And try to be somebody who brings people together and adds value wherever you go. Trust me, I think instinctually that that'll work out for you in the long run. And you just have to have a long run approach, because you just can't control the results. You have to do it knowing that you don't know when things will come around, but they will. And hopefully you enjoyed this, and you know what to do if you did. Reach out to me, david@hackhollywood.com. I'd love to hear from you. Leave something in the comment section below. I really enjoy getting new questions, things I haven't considered before, because I like to think about this stuff and I like to try and add value myself. And you can also email me at dpg@davidpatrickgreen.com. All right, I hope all is well with you, and I will talk to you soon.